Have you ever found yourself quietly wondering about what truly comes next? Especially as the years stack up past 75, perhaps a quiet apprehension settles in, a sense of the unknown, or even a deep-seated fear about the final chapter of our lives. It's a painful reality that our society often shies away from discussing death openly, leaving many of us to grapple with these profound questions in solitude, feeling perhaps a little lost, or even afraid of what we don't understand. We hear so much about how to live longer, how to stay active, how to protect our health. And all of that is wonderful and important. But what about understanding the journey that eventually awaits us all? What if much of what we fear about the very end of life simply isn't true? What if there are deeply comforting truths, often hidden beneath layers of societal discomfort and misconception, that can profoundly change our perspective? These are not morbid questions, but rather deeply human ones. They are questions that, when gently explored, can dissolve fear and replace it with a quiet understanding, even a sense of peace. In this conversation today, we're going to gently uncover 5 hidden truths about the journey after 75. Insights that every senior deserves to know, not to instill fear, but to bring immense peace and clarity to what often feels like the ultimate mystery. These are truths that can empower you to live more fully right now, and to approach the future with wisdom and grace. Stay with me until the very end, because I promise you, what we discuss last might just be the most profoundly comforting revelation of all, a true gift that you carry with you always. Let's begin with the first hidden truth, a revelation that often eases the deepest anxieties many of us hold. The process itself is often not as frightening as you might imagine. When we think of the end of life, our minds can sometimes jump to scenarios filled with pain, isolation, or prolonged suffering. These fears are natural, especially if we've witnessed difficult passages, or if we've absorbed narratives from television or movies that don't reflect the reality of modern comfort care. But here's the comforting truth: the landscape of end-of-life care has transformed remarkably over the years. We now have incredible advancements in palliative care and hospice services, specifically designed to ensure comfort, dignity, and peace. Palliative care isn't just for the very end. It's about providing relief from symptoms and stress at any stage of a serious illness. It focuses on improving quality of life for both the person and their family. This means actively managing pain, nausea, shortness of breath, and any other physical discomforts. Doctors and nurses in this field are highly skilled at anticipating needs and adjusting medications to keep people as comfortable as possible, often allowing them to remain alert and engaged without being heavily sedated. Think of it this way: instead of a battle against illness, palliative care shifts the focus to one of gentle support, ensuring that every moment remaining is lived with as much ease and well-being as possible. It's about wrapping you in a cocoon of care, minimizing distress so you can focus on what truly matters. Hospice care, which often follows palliative care, takes this dedication to comfort to an even deeper level. Specifically, when the focus shifts from cure to comfort during the final months of life, it's not about giving up. It's about choosing how and where you want to spend your precious time, surrounded by dedicated professionals and, if you wish, by your loved ones, in the setting you choose, often your own home. Hospice teams are a beautiful example of holistic care. They don't just address physical pain, they also provide emotional, spiritual, and social support. They help families navigate the practicalities, offer counseling, and even provide respite care for weary caregivers. Imagine a team of compassionate people who become an extension of your family, dedicated to making your final journey as serene and meaningful as possible. They are there to ensure you are not alone, that your fears are addressed, and that your comfort is paramount. Many people who have experienced hospice care for a loved one will tell you how profoundly it changed their perspective, transforming a dreaded period into one of unexpected peace and connection. They'll speak of quiet moments, gentle smiles, and a sense of calm that permeated the space. This shift in focus, from fear to comfort and compassion, is one of the most powerful hidden truths about this later stage of life. It's about reclaiming agency over your final moments, knowing that you have options and dedicated support systems ready to embrace you. Now, flowing seamlessly from this comfort of care, let's gently unveil the second hidden truth, one that speaks directly to the heart of what makes us human social connections become even more vital than ever, even if it feels counterintuitive at times. There's a prevailing societal narrative that as we age, we might become more isolated, perhaps less relevant. And it's true that circles may shrink, and some friends or family members may no longer be around. But the truth is, the quality and depth of our connections, even if fewer in number, take on an extraordinary significance as we navigate our later years. It's in these connections that we find immense comfort, meaning, and a profound sense of belonging. Think of it this way: when physical activities might become more challenging, and the hustle and bustle of daily life slow down, the richness of human interaction takes center stage. A simple phone call from a grandchild, a visit from a friend, a shared cup of tea with a neighbor, or even the familiar presence of a beloved pet can fill your days with warmth and purpose. These interactions aren't just pleasantries, they are vital lifelines, providing emotional support, laughter, and a sense of being seen and loved. They remind us that we are part of something larger, that our lives are intertwined with others, and that our story continues to unfold through the memories and experiences we share. Many people find incredible solace and strength in simply being present with loved ones during their final years. It's not about grand gestures, it's about the quiet intimacy of holding a hand, sharing a reminiscence, or simply sitting in comfortable silence. These are the moments that truly matter, the threads that weave together a life well lived. For the individual, having these connections means feeling valued, understood, and never truly alone. It means having someone to share a memory with, someone who remembers your stories, someone who can offer a reassuring touch or a comforting word. For the family and friends, these connections are a chance to express love, to offer comfort, and to create new, precious memories that will last a lifetime. It's a two-way street of giving and receiving, enriching everyone involved. So, if you find yourself feeling a little withdrawn, remember this truth: reaching out, even in small ways, can bring profound comfort. Letting your loved ones in, allowing them to care for you, and embracing their presence is not a sign of weakness, but a beautiful testament to the enduring power of human connection. It's about recognizing that love and companionship are not just nice to have. They are fundamental to navigating this precious stage of life with grace and profound peace. As we recognize the profound comfort found in modern care and the loving embrace of those around us, let's gentle our focus now on something equally powerful: the sense of command you truly hold over this chapter of your life. This leads us right into the third hidden truth, one that can dispel a lot of apprehension and empower you deeply. You have far more control over your end-of-life journey than you might think. Many people, understandably, fear losing control as they age, especially when facing health challenges. The idea of others making decisions for you, or feeling helpless in the face of inevitable changes, can be truly daunting. But the wonderful news is, it doesn't have to be that way. In fact, one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself and your loved ones is to clearly articulate your wishes for your care. This is where things like advance directives, living wills, and appointing a healthcare proxy come into play. These aren't just legal documents. They are powerful tools for self-advocacy and peace of mind. An advance directive, for example, allows you to state what medical treatments you would or would not want in the future. If you were unable to communicate those wishes yourself, A living will is a type of advance directive that specifically addresses end-of-life care decisions, such as whether you want life-sustaining treatments like feeding tubes or ventilators, and perhaps most importantly, appointing a healthcare proxy, often called a durable power of attorney for healthcare, means you designate a trusted person, someone who understands your values and desires to make medical decisions on your behalf if you cannot. Imagine the relief in knowing that someone you trust implicitly will speak for you, ensuring your preferences are respected. Think about a situation where a family might be agonizing over difficult medical choices for a loved one who hasn't expressed their wishes. The emotional burden can be immense, and disagreements can arise. But when you have clearly articulated your desires, you lift that heavy weight from your family's shoulders. You provide them with a roadmap, allowing them to honor your wishes with confidence, knowing they are doing exactly what you would want. It's a profound act of love and consideration, ensuring that your journey unfolds according to your values and priorities, not according to a guessing game or the default medical system. Many individuals find immense peace in simply having these conversations and getting their wishes down on paper. It's not about preparing for the worst. It's about preparing with wisdom and ensuring your voice continues to be heard. Even if you are unable to speak, it's about taking proactive steps to live your life and approach its conclusion on your own terms, surrounded by the comfort of knowing that your choices will be honored. Now, let's shift our focus to the fourth hidden truth, one that brings a different kind of freedom and joy as we approach our later years, especially after 75. The focus subtly shifts from doing to being. Our lives, particularly in younger years, are often defined by action, by accomplishments, by striving and achieving. We work, we raise families, we pursue hobbies, we travel, we fill our days with activity, and there's immense satisfaction in that. But as we age, and perhaps our physical capabilities change, or the demands of daily life lessen, there's a beautiful opportunity to redefine what a fulfilling life looks like. This shift to being is about embracing the present moment with a quiet awareness and gratitude that perhaps wasn't possible amidst the hustle and bustle of earlier life. It's about finding profound joy in simple moments, the warmth of the sun on your face, the gentle purr of a cat on your lap, the taste of a perfectly brewed cup of tea, the sound of birdsong outside your window. It's about savoring. It's about reflection. About looking back on your life not with regret, but with a deep sense of appreciation for every experience, every relationship, every challenge overcome. It's about allowing yourself the gift of stillness, of simply existing and experiencing the world around you without the pressure to produce, to achieve, or to constantly be busy. Think of a grandparent simply sitting with their grandchild, not necessarily playing an elaborate game, but just sharing a quiet moment, a loving gaze, or a simple story. That being in that moment is incredibly powerful, more impactful than any grand activity. It's about connecting with your inner self, finding peace in quiet contemplation, and recognizing the richness of your inner world. This doesn't mean becoming passive or disengaged. Instead, it means consciously choosing to prioritize what truly nourishes your soul. It might mean spending more time in nature, listening to your favorite music, reading a beloved book, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation, allowing your thoughts to drift and your heart to feel. It's about simplifying, decluttering not just your home, but your mind, to make space for genuine presence and gratitude. This truth offers an immense sense of relief, releasing us from the relentless pursuit of external validation and guiding us towards an inner peace that truly fulfills. It shows us that true richness in life isn't about what we accumulate or accomplish, but about how deeply we experience and appreciate each precious moment. And finally, let's turn our attention to the fifth hidden truth, the one that can fill your heart with an enduring sense of purpose and peace. There's immense power in leaving a legacy that goes far beyond material possessions. When we think of legacy, our minds often jump to wills, inheritance, or perhaps significant achievements that are publicly recognized. While these certainly play a part, the deepest and most profound legacy we leave behind isn't found in bank accounts or grand monuments. It resides in the intangible, yet infinitely powerful, realm of love, wisdom, values, stories, and the ripple effect of your unique presence in the world. Your true legacy is woven into the fabric of the lives you've touched. It's in the lessons you've taught your children, whether through direct guidance or simply by example. It's in the values you've instilled, the compassion you've shown, the kindness you've extended to strangers, the laughter you've shared with friends, and the comfort you've given to loved ones. Think about the stories your grandchildren will tell about you, not about what you owned, but about the twinkle in your eye, the way you always knew how to make them feel special, a particular phrase you often used, or a beloved family tradition you upheld. It's in the shared memories, the quiet moments of connection, and the way you made people feel seen and valued. This legacy is eternal. It doesn't diminish with time. It lives on in the hearts and minds of those who knew you, continuing to shape their lives long after you are gone. It's the echo of your love, the continuation of your wisdom, and the perpetuation of your spirit. This truth is incredibly empowering because it means that every single day, every interaction, every act of kindness, every moment of connection is an opportunity to strengthen this profound legacy. You don't need to be famous or wealthy to leave an indelible mark on the world. You simply need to live authentically, to love generously, and to share the unique gift of who you are. Actionable steps here are beautifully simple. Share your stories. Write down your memories, even if just in a simple journal. Spend quality time with younger generations, not just as a caretaker, but as a storyteller, a listener, a guide, a source of wisdom. Express your love openly and often. Let people know what they mean to you. These simple acts are the building blocks of a truly magnificent legacy, a tapestry of connection that will endure for generations. These truths, once understood, really do reframe everything, don't they? They transform apprehension into a quiet understanding and even a sense of peace. Now, as we bring our conversation to a close, let's gently revisit these threads and weave them into a message of hope and empowerment. We've talked about how the fear of pain and suffering often associated with the end of life can be greatly alleviated by understanding the compassionate and expert care available through palliative and hospice services. It's a shift from dread to the comfort of knowing that your well-being is paramount, that pain can be managed, and that you will not be alone. We've also gently explored the profound and growing importance of social connections in our later years, reminding us that even if our circles shrink, the depth of love and companionship from family, friends, and even our beloved pets becomes an indispensable source of joy and peace. The simple act of reaching out, or allowing others to reach in, creates an incredibly supportive and loving environment. Then, we journeyed into the empowering truth that you truly hold more control than you might realize, especially by proactively communicating your wishes through advanced directives and appointing a trusted healthcare proxy. This isn't about dwelling on the inevitable, but about gaining immense peace of mind, knowing that your voice will be heard and your preferences honored, freeing both you and your loved ones from uncertainty. And how beautiful it is to discover that as our lives evolve, especially after 75, the true richness shifts from constant doing to simply being, finding deep satisfaction and gratitude in quiet moments, simple pleasures, and thoughtful reflection, allowing us to embrace stillness and savor the present moment with a profound sense of peace. Finally, and perhaps most comforting of all, we touched upon the immense power of leaving a legacy that transcends material possessions, a legacy woven from your love, your wisdom, your stories, and the indelible mark you leave on the hearts of those you've touched. This legacy is eternal, continuing to shape lives long after you are gone. Remember, dear friend, knowing these truths isn't about dwelling on the inevitable. It's about embracing life more fully right now, about releasing unnecessary fear, and about preparing with wisdom and grace for every chapter that unfolds. It's about empowering yourself to live each day with purpose and peace, knowing that you have resources, support, and profound inner strengths to navigate whatever comes your way. These insights are not meant to hasten anything, but rather to enrich your present, allowing you to approach your future with a sense of understanding and calm. I truly hope this conversation has offered you some solace and a new perspective, perhaps even sparked a desire to have some of these gentle conversations with your own loved ones or with your healthcare provider. What resonated most deeply with you today? I'd be so grateful if you'd share your thoughts, your experiences, or even your own wisdom in the comments below. Your words can truly help others who are listening, creating a ripple effect of comfort and understanding in our community. If this video has brought you even a little peace or insight, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That simple click helps us reach more wonderful people like you, sharing these important conversations. And if you're not already part of our community, subscribing to this channel means you won't miss out on more conversations designed to help you live your best life at every age, filled with joy, peace, and purpose. Life is a magnificent journey, filled with growth and transformation at every stage. Embrace each moment, cherish your connections, and know that you are stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you can ever imagine. Live your best life, filled with joy, peace, and purpose. At every age, you deserve nothing less.